last but certainly not least, Love is Blind drama is at an all-time high as we just watched JP and Taylor break up over a fight about makeup. So maybe not the first big shock of the season because, Uche dated Lydia and Aaliyah left and we're all in the midst of that drama. But definitely a moment that has everybody talking is this split between Taylor and JP after their conversation about makeup. So Taylor and JP, they really hit it off in the pods. They seem to have no issues. I even remember after the first episode dropped, I was talking about the potential couples and I said, Taylor and JP seem the most normal. They seem like they have longevity, but that ended up not being true because they did break up over this fight. Although at the end of the day, I don't think the makeup was the reason that they broke up. I think it pointed to a bigger flaw in their relationship, and that was their communication style. So like I said, they fell in love in the pods. They got engaged sight unseen, as Vanessa Lachey likes to say. And there wasn't any huge red flag that stuck out to me when they first saw each other for the first time. I thought that they were pretty affectionate. They seemed pretty happy. JP definitely didn't say anything about him having an issue with the way Taylor was presenting herself at the moment. I mean, the only little red flag I think that popped up when they met each other for the first time was she said, "I'm wearing fake lashes." And he said, "I can tell," kind of in a snarky way, but that didn't seem like too much of a red flag in my opinion, but things just went from bad to worse in Mexico. Things got increasingly awkward as Taylor expressed concern that JP wasn't talking to her, wasn't communicating with her, wasn't speaking to her, that they were awkward together, and that they also weren't as far along as the other couples. It all comes to a head during one conversation about the reveal. So JP said to Taylor, "I understand that you tried to present yourself and look as best you could, but I feel like if you would have presented yourself like this without any makeup, it would have been better." Taylor responded by saying, "So the way I looked made you communicate differently?" He said it felt like you were fake. He said her caked up makeup and fake eyelashes bothered him. He said it was just too much and that was all over his jacket, which I feel like we could really dive in here. I mean, I don't think the issue is whether or not JP likes a fresh face or, a face full of makeup, because everybody has their preferences. I mean, if you ask my fiance, he would also say he likes it when I wear less makeup. The difference is that he doesn't make me feel bad for wearing makeup. He still makes me feel beautiful. JP, on the other hand, is calling her fake for wearing makeup when she just wanted to look nice for him. So the two went their separate ways for the night, only to see each other in the hotel lobby again the next morning, long enough for Taylor to dump him. The whole thing was just wild to me. Like I said, it's one thing to have a preference, but to use words like fake and caked, it's just unnecessary. Also, to insinuate that Taylor wearing makeup caused a huge breakdown in communication seems just like a stretch, a cop-out, an excuse, as Taylor said, and he did say, "Sorry, I made you feel that way." But at the end of the day, your fiance should not make you feel insecure, uncomfortable, less than, because you wanted to get dressed up for what could have been the biggest moment of your life. And I will say, season 5 is kind of going a little bit haywire. I mean, we're already down to only 2 couples potentially getting married, which some people have a problem with, me being one of them. But I will say I would rather 100 times over have someone like Taylor break things off with JP before they walk down the aisle than prolong the inevitable just to get TV time. You know what I mean? I think back to Cole and Zanab, where Zanab probably knew that she wasn't going to get married to Cole, but whether it was pressure from production or a signed contract or whatever, she went all the way through the end to the weddings. That's her choice. I guess the point that I'm trying to make here is that in the past, it seems as though couples have been afraid to end things before they get to the altar. And I'm glad that Taylor, for the first time, didn't have that thought looming over her, you know, like, oh, I have to make it to the end. I'm gonna be letting the show down if I don't make it to the altar. She was like, nope, this isn't right for me, and I'm out. And we applaud her for it.